Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing very well. So guys, in today's video we are going to see TCS NQT programming logic questions. So this video will be helpful for you if you are going to attempt your TCS NQT in the upcoming months. So let's start. Before starting the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel to receive all the regular updates from my channel. Also, if you have not followed me on Instagram, make sure to follow as I regularly upload job postings there as well. So let's start with our first question of today, which is pointer variable can be. Now we have four options for this question. The options are changed within function, assigned an integer value, none of these, passed to a function as an argument. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4, which is passed to a function as an argument. So pointer variable can be passed to a function as an argument. Moving on to our next question. So let me clear the screen first. So moving on to our next question. Which of the following uses structure? So the options that we have are linked list, array of structures, all of these, or binary trees. So all of these data structures makes use of structures. So the correct answer for this question is all of these. Okay, so the option number 3 is the correct answer. Moving on to our next question. Strings are character arrays. The last index of it contains the null terminated character. The options that we have are /t, /1, /0, /n. So basically a string ends with a null character. Now null character is always represented by /0. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Moving on to the next question now. Which of the following is a collection of different data types? The options that we have are string, structure, array, and files. The correct answer for this question is option number 2, which is structure. So a structure is a collection of different data types. Basically in a structure we can define and declare different data types. So option number 2 is the correct answer. Before moving forward, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel to receive all such regular updates. Also, I have a playlist of TCS wherein you can find different such videos. So the next question is, what function should be used to free memory allocated by calloc? Okay, so the calloc is a function which allocates the memory. Now we need to tell which is the function which is used to deallocate or free the memory. Now the options that we have are free, malloc, and the parameters are variable name 0, dealloc function, malloc, memalloc with the parameters variable name and 0. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1, which is free. So free function is used to free the memory allocated by calloc function. Moving on to the next question. In the standard library of C programming language, which of the following header file is designed for basic mathematical operations? We have the options as conio.h, stdio.h, math.h, and dos.h. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3, math.h. So math.h is the standard library of C programming language which is designed for mathematical operations. So you can see that regularly regularly C programming based questions are being asked in the TCS NQT. So please prepare. If you don't have any knowledge of any programming, just prepare C programming, that will be more than enough. Moving on to the next question. Int pointer ptr is. Now we have to tell what is this. So options that we have are pointer to integer, none of these, pointer to pointer, or option number 4, invalid declaration. So the correct answer for this question is pointer to pointer. So whenever two asterisk signs are there, which means that this is a pointer to pointer. Let's move on and look at our next question. Which of the following special symbol allowed in a variable name? So the options that we have are underscore, hyphen, pipeline, or asterisk. So I want all of you to answer this question in the comment section. If you do not know the answer, make a rough guess and answer it in the comment section, and I will tell you the correct answer. So we are not going to tell the answer of this question now. So I want all of you to answer this question in the comment section. Moving on to the next question now. So the next question is, all keywords in C are, options that we have are uppercase letters, none of these, lowercase letters, and camel case letters. So we all know that C is a case sensitive language, and in C all the keywords are in lowercase letters. So the correct answer is option number 3. Option number 3, lowercase letters, is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question now. So now we have a program and we need to find the output of this program. So let's see what is the output of this program. So first of all we have k. So k is assigned as 5. Okay. Now we have taken another variable p. Now p is a pointer. Basically p will contain the address of k, and pointer p will contains the value of k, right? So if we would have written like this, so initially p will have the address of a, right? Address of k, which is address of 5, and then this means what? This means it will have the value 5. So here it will have this asterisk p, means it is assigned value 5. Now double asterisk m simply means address of p. So address of p, we know that address of 5 again, and one asterisk means it will have the value 5. So again this will have the value 5. Now let's see what is the output statement. So first of all k is printed, so it will print 5. Then it is printing star p, which means that it will also print 5. And in the third case it is printing star p, right? Now we do not have anything star p, so it will not print anything. So the correct answer for this, let's see the option first of all. So we have the options as 3 5s, 5 junk, 5 junk, and compile time error. So in this case, since there is nothing as star p, that is pointer to pointer p, it will give a compile time error. So the correct answer for this question is option number D. I hope you have got the clear idea of how to solve it. If you have not got, please pause the video and try to dry run the code, so that you will get a better understanding. So with this we have covered so many questions of programming, technical questions related to programming logic today. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Make sure to join us on different social media platforms, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to receive all the regular updates from our channel. Thank you and all the best for your upcoming exam.